All right, here we go.
God, just start when we're laughing. It's fine.
I swear I know what I'm doing. Welcome to Phoenix Uprising. I'm your host, Candice Paroli.
And I'm Jena Zalkowitz.
Each week, we're bringing you real, unfiltered conversations about beauty, wellness, business, and the messy, magical process of rising from life's challenges. Think of this podcast like having coffee
Or a gummy.
with your girlfriends, the kind of friends who keep it real, give you solid advice, and cheer you on when you're ready to reinvent yourself.
That's us, two women who have walked through fire, rebuilt from the ground up, and are here to share the tools, insights, and stories to help you do the same.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, a beauty lover, a wellness seeker, or simply someone craving inspiration and transformation, this podcast is for you.
Join us every week for bold, soulful, and empowering conversations that will help you rise higher, personally, professionally, and spiritually.
Welcome back to Phoenix Uprising. We're your hosts. I'm Candice Paroli.
And I'm Jena Zalkowitz.
And today we have a very fun episode. We are going to be talking about Jena's ayahuasca retreat that she just came back from.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
And this is very exciting, but Candice is actually going with me in 7 weeks to do ayahuasca for the first time.
I am. I can't wait.
Yeah. So we thought that I would tell you my experience and explain a little bit about ayahuasca, and we would do this episode, and then once Candice has the experience and comes back, then we'll do another one from Candice's point of view.
Yeah, we'll be fresh off
fresh off
the retreat, fresh off the medicine, ready to go. So this was your second experience in 1 year.
Yeah. So apparently I'm a little out there because a lot of people don't want to do it so soon. I did it in January in Costa Rica, and honestly, I loved it so much. I was ready to do it again like 2 months later. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people said like they wait at least a year and a half. I mean, everyone's different, but I felt ready. So a friend that I made in January at the Costa Rica retreat invited me to try this other ceremony she found in Colorado. And it was in October, so only 9 months later. And I was like, yes, sign me up. Right. I can't wait. But yeah, I told some people from my Costa Rica retreat, and they were like, what? You did it again already? You guys are crazy. But I had an amazing experience, and I'm actually doing it again in 2 months with you.
Yeah, so, I mean, you've made friends that, and they've done it like you have more than once in a year because, and I'm sure we're going to learn this from you, there are different experiences of the medicine.
Mm-hmm. And it's a very personal experience. So I have like a monthly call that we still check in, everyone I did it with in January, and it's very different. Like I was one of the only ones, me and my friend that did it, that are like, yeah, we want to do it again. They're still trying to process what they went through and still...
From January?
Yes, they're still not ready.
Okay.
So it can affect people very differently. But then I know a woman that's done it 70 times. I mean, it's wow. Very, very different person to person. And... yeah, so I want to kind of explain it because when I tell people about this, well, some people have no idea what I'm talking about. They never heard the word in their life. Other people are like curious about it. They've heard about it. They're maybe misinformed. Other people, think you're going to do drugs. No, it's not quite like that. Like, so I just want to explain it because it's a very different thing, and it's a lot to explain if you don't have any idea about it.
Right.
So when did you first hear about ayahuasca?
Probably, oh my God, 15 years ago.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I've wanted to do it for quite a long time, but I wanted to be ready to do it emotionally and mentally. I did a lot of research about it. I also didn't want to do it alone. I wanted to go with somebody that I was friends with, somebody that I trusted. I didn't want to go to one of those like posh retreats that was all about like marketing. I wanted to have the full healing experience. And so like you, I believe that the medicine calls you when you're ready.
Yeah.
So I never rushed it, and I'm glad that
Clearly.
I didn't.
Yeah. So 15 years.
Yeah, we waited at 42. Yeah. I'm going to have the experience, so that's totally fine. Yeah.
I first heard about it from Chelsea Handler, and I think that episode aired like
you watched that too?
Yeah.
Okay, so did I. Yeah.
Was that 8 years ago, 9 years ago?
I think so. And then it didn't work on her the first time. Did you watch how she took her friends?
Yes.
And so the medicine, did you watch that? Like, it didn't work.
Yes, but I saw it like 8 or 9 years ago. Okay. I've only seen it the one time.
So the first night, the medicine didn't have an effect on her.
I remember that, yeah.
And the shamans explained, like, that wasn't abnormal considering, I don't know if I can explain this properly. It wasn't abnormal considering, like, it's Chelsea, and it's almost like she was kind of fighting it. Mm-hmm. So the second night, they said, we don't want the cameras and her friends, like, super close to her. And so they made it more of, like, a private experience. And she did have the experience. She ended up crying. She connected with her mother. Mm-hmm. It was completely different from the first night.
I do remember that. And that is, I've had that personal experience too, like with people I was in the retreat with. So
that they didn't connect?
Yeah, so I can talk about that. But that's one of the things that I want to talk about is how you have to, like, completely let go and trust. And you can't fight it, and it has to call you. Like, you can't just force your way into this experience.
Right.
So, like, I've wanted to do it, so whatever, maybe 8 years, I wanted to do it, and I had an opportunity last year, it was last September that I heard about this opportunity of, like, it was like an influencer from YouTube that, like, I trusted, that had a good following, and he had done these retreats, it was his 12th retreat, and it just resonated with me, and I was like, I want to do that. And so I filled out the form, and I was gonna go completely by myself, and you get interviewed for it to make sure you're a good fit. You can't be on certain medications, and they have to make sure you're mentally, like, prepared for it and it's good fit. So I got interviewed, and I was a fit, I was accepted, and I went ahead and paid for it and decided I didn't tell anybody in my life, and I wasn't going, and I was just going alone, and I just went for it. So that's how my first experience went. And so that was very different than what I just did two weeks ago.
Right.
It was super different. So that was, like, a very beautiful resort in Costa Rica. It was a great experience. It's a whole thing. It's a ceremony. It's a very sacred medicine. It's not just like you're not popping a pill, you're not taking a drug. It's a drink. It's these leaves that are boiled and a drink is made, and it's a very sacred procedure. Like, even making the medicine, it's very spiritual. So I didn't know what to expect. I like doing things like that. I'll just go into an experience. But so in January was my first experience with it, and I did it with, I think, 32 other people. And some people, we drank for 3 nights, and each night you drank the medicine twice. Mm-hmm. And there's a whole opening. There's these shamans there. It's a whole ceremony, and it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. There's music they play. There's live music. They call it, like, medicine music. There's these certain songs that the shamans will play, and these are, like, they're played a lot in these types of ceremonies. But you get, like, really connect with the music. But when we drank that first time, there was some people that didn't have much of an experience. They didn't feel it much. There was some that had a very intense experience. And there's going to be purging when you do ayahuasca. So everybody gets basically like a mattress, like a bed kind of, and you have a blanket. You can bring a journal, like a sweatshirt, stuff like a blanket, and you're gonna be, like, laying down a lot of it. You can get up, you can walk around, you can sleep, but it's gonna be hours long, and you just are gonna be comfortable. You gotta be comfortable, but everyone gets a bucket also in case you have to purge, in case you have to throw up. So everyone has a bucket and, like, Kleenex, like, so you're prepared. And purging can be throwing up, it could be crying, it could be shaking, but it's like getting stuck energy out of you or getting the trauma out of you, whatever it is. So it's different for everybody. So, like, the ayahuasca, it gives you what you need. It's not what you want, it's what you need. Mm-hmm. And it works on you, and it feels like magic. It feels like a magical thing you're taking part of.
Right.
It's it's indescribable. But when that medicine connects with you, it brings things up that you didn't know you needed to work on, that you didn't know was bothering you, that you didn't know was the source of your problems, and it comes up. And so I've now sat with the medicine 5 different nights throughout my 2 experiences, and I have never thrown up, and I am very rare. Oh, pretty much everyone else throws up. I don't know why I don't throw up, but so I can't comment on the throwing up, but everyone else does. So you will hear throwing up like throughout the night, but it doesn't really bother you. It's hard to explain.
So that doesn't make you come out of your... I don't want to call it a trance, because it's not a trance. It doesn't affect how you're feeling the medicine when you hear someone else throwing up.
It might for a second, and you just kind of got to remind yourself, like, they tell you, like, do not talk to anybody else. Do not worry yourself with anyone else. That's why we're here. There's shamans, there's facilitators, there to help everybody. Like, do not interact with anyone else. This is your journey. So it can, but you just kind of remind yourself to go back into what you're feeling. And sometimes it doesn't at all. And it just becomes a part of it. Like, the noises and everything can kind of come a part of it. Like, you're like, oh, someone else is puking. Like, you just kind of get used to it.
Well, because they're also playing the music as well.
There's music the whole time. Yeah. And so when I just did it in Colorado 2 weeks ago, there was it was the indoor place we were in. There was like amazing acoustics, so the music sounded great. So like when someone would throw up though, it would, like, the acoustics would pick it up, but it's hard to explain. It doesn't really bother you.
Okay.
It's just as a kind of, it goes with the territory. And I don't know why I don't throw up, but I cry a lot. The first and
so
second
that's
ceremony.
your purging.
And then I also shake. And it sounds so crazy because you're just like, you're uncontrollably shaking, and you're like, if anyone could see me right now, I look ridiculous, but you have to let it all go and just let the medicine do what it's doing. But
right.
I shake a lot too. But yeah, that's my version of purging.
Right.
And it's always different. So I don't know if when I go back in 2 months, I don't know if I'll throw up. I haven't yet, but yeah, everyone gets their own bucket.
So something that I learned from Jena that I didn't know which is crazy that I didn't know this. I did not know that the shamans are also taking the medicine with the people.
Yes. Yeah. So from what I've experienced so far, the 2 ceremonies I've been a part of, everybody that is in this circle is on the medicine. Nobody that isn't on the medicine is like allowed in the circle. So we are all drinking together. Everybody is on the medicine. Yes. So I don't know if the shamans have just done it so many times or so comfortable with it. Like, you would never know. Like, they are there and they're helpful, and like the facilitators are helping you. They're there for you. But yeah, we're all on the medicine together. And so they give you options too. So like you don't have to have like the full cup. You know, you could do a half dose. You could just do a little bit. And when you do it multiple times in the night, you could skip one of the drinks. It depends on how you feel. You never know. And so in every cup you drink is different. Some are more intense, like there's different brews, and they're all very different. So I had South American ayahuasca when I was in Costa Rica, and that batch I had a lot of visuals, which was very cool. But like, so I had really cool visuals that I saw, but it was also like a very intense emotional experience. And what I went there to accomplish, like I went in a totally different direction because the medicine shows you what you actually have to work on. Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is I journaled the whole time, and I journaled after my experience, and I was reading that journal on my flight to Colorado to do it my second time, and I was looking down at what I wrote in January, and I had accomplished everything that I wrote about. And I didn't even realize it. Wow. So, like, everything that was brought up during the ceremony, like, I had accomplished it, and it was kind of all wrapped up. And I was like, oh, wow, so what's going to come up this time, But, and I didn't think I needed to work on the things it brought up, but clearly I did. And it got me where I wanted to go.
Right.
It took this year, so far, these 9 months to accomplish it.
Right.
Mm. Yeah.
In your opinion, why should one do ayahuasca?
Well, if you are ready for it, it should never be forced, and it really should call to you. But it feels like years of therapy in one evening or a couple evenings. It changed my life. It changed my life in January. It changed my life again just 2 weeks ago. I could never be where I'm at in life right now without ayahuasca. There's just no doubt in my mind. It shows you what is bothering you. It shows you what you need to work on. It brings up your traumas. It allows you to clear those traumas. And really the biggest thing it gives you is like self-love. And it like really the lesson is like you just need to love yourself. And I could never have gotten there without the ayahuasca.
Right. So if you guys are if this is your first episode, or you're just like meeting Jena and I for the first time, we both have gone through our fair share of traumas and talk therapy. We've done quite a number of things to heal a lot of things from our past, not just talk therapy, but we're both big believers in plant medicine as well. And ayahuasca is obviously one of them. So you're going to be learning a lot about these different measures that we've taken to heal ourselves. And as I've said before in some of the other episodes, it's a continued effort. We continue to evolve and grow and learn, and that's why we share all of this with you guys.
Yeah. And we're both big fan of mushrooms.
Yes.
So we both done quite a bit of mushrooms and healed through that. This just felt like a next step of that.
Right.
Yeah, because I had been using mushrooms for several years before I decided to do ayahuasca, and it's just so much more, and it's so much more intense, and the ceremony plays a huge part in it too. Like it's just the most beautiful kind of sacred space I've ever been in.
Well, I feel like doing ayahuasca, and I like you, like I said before, I wanted the medicine to call to me, like when the time was right. I feel like this is like being with a professional, like being with the shamans, I feel like they were called for that too. And so, like with talk therapy, it's only going to get us so far. The mushrooms, like that experience is only going to get us so far. This is like another level. So, and that's why people do it multiple times. They might have had different types of trauma, whether it's childhood trauma, relationship abuse, PTSD from war. There's so many different things. So I can understand why somebody wants to do it or needs to do it multiple times.
And the medicine will tell you when it's enough. Like when you're not supposed to do it anymore, you will know.
Right.
And that is a hard thing to explain for someone that's never experienced it, but the medicine talks to you. And when you're on the medicine, the things that come through you, like it just feels like you're just directly connected to some sort of source that is guiding you. It's a truly incredible thing. And yeah, the shamans are amazing. They're highly intuitive, they're highly psychic, and they are incredible. And like this last experience I had a lot of one-on-one time with the shamans, which was amazing. And they can just pull things out of you that you didn't know were in you. And it's like you can carry things in your body that it can be generational trauma. Like they picked up on things from me that weren't my trauma. It was from my family. And like I was wearing that, and they could feel that,
like that you were carrying it.
Yes. I was carrying these burdens, and that's a real thing. I've experienced that. And it's amazing as they start to clear these traumas from you, like the lightness you start to feel. You can feel it kind of being removed from your body. And it can be intense. I've had like intense euphoria on the medicine where I'm just so happy, and people around you are throwing up and they're crying, and you're like, no, like you pull the blanket over your head, you're like, I'm so happy right now.
Yeah.
Like I felt intense euphoria, and I even felt intense agony as well. Like, and you're purging, and you're going through these traumas, and you're letting go, and you're allowing it to come up, things you've pushed down and things you didn't allow yourself to feel. But it can change like from cup to cup. So like in Colorado, it was a 2-night ceremony, and we drank 3 times throughout the night. So, I mean, you might not be starting until 6 or 7 p.m. You might have your first cup at 8 p.m., another at 11, another at 2 a.m. There's really no sense of time. There's no phones allowed, so you don't know what time it is.
Right.
But you're just going all night. And like then you might sleep for a few hours, you wake up in the morning, you eat some breakfast, and like then you share in a circle about like what happened and what you felt. Like it's this ongoing long procedure, but it's incredible. You feel like amazing by the end of it.
Mm-hmm. And when the shamans like communicate with you and they're aware of like your pain and your trauma without you telling them, because they are psychic, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it is. It feels crazy. Like everything they're telling me is so accurate, and you want to be like, how do you know that? But you just go with it, and you're like, that's right, like that's true, and you just feel like you're being seen, like you're fully being seen for like maybe the first time, and you're just it's validating everything you're feeling, and it's amazing, and it just helps you heal so much faster. And like I could have never got to these things that I had to work on without it. It is so much deeper than everything else I've ever tried. Like I've tried so many things, and there are so many helpful modalities throughout the years, but nothing can touch the ayahuasca for me.
Yeah.
But you have to be ready, and you have to let go, and you can't force, you can't resist, you have to let go and just flow. And a lot of people aren't ready to do that. And you have to just be open to working with whatever it shows you. And yeah, if you're ready for that, it's an amazing tool.
Yeah, I could see if people aren't, well, depending on what type of trauma they have or have gone through, if they don't want to surrender.
Yeah.
Or if they pushed, some of that darkness down for so long. Yeah, I can understand.
And yeah, I don't feel like you can do it for one night. Like for this last time, like 2 nights was needed. I would have definitely felt like I'm not done yet after one night.
Well, I didn't realize that they have whole week retreats. There was one that we saw that was 21 days.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's some that are a full week.
I can't, but like we were looking into something and we both said we can't imagine what it would be like reintegrating. Yeah.
So reintegration is a big thing. So you have this amazing experience, and you come home and you come back into the real world, and you're back in the matrix, and and it's like, wait a minute, what? Like you don't feel like you're back on Earth yet. And I experienced this a little bit in January, but I really experienced it this time. I don't know if it's because I had such a more intense experience, but I came back, and the first day I came back, I was like, oh, I can't life. Like, I can't.
You said you still felt like the medicine was in you.
Yeah, I still felt like it was in me. The first day I didn't do anything. I just kind of laid around my house. Like, I didn't do anything. The second day I tried to work out. I mean, I did, sort of. It was not like I was not fully myself. Like I felt like I was floating, like I wasn't on Earth. Like, and how long have I been back? Less than 2 weeks. I still don't feel 100% myself. I'm still reintegrating. I'm still trying to, because I processed so much in those 2 days.
Right. Yeah.
And it resulted in a lot of conversations when I got back, and already so much has happened. And yeah, you have to be kind to your body.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you're planning on sharing today, but why, if you are comfortable, talk about what happened the week that you left for the retreat.
Oh, the other thing that happened.
Yeah, you had like a pretty explosive couple of weeks.
I did.
And then you really did have like an amazing healing experience there. And then more amazing things happened for you when you got back.
I'll talk about it. Yeah, so the medicine stays with you. And like once it just becomes a part of you. And the people that you do it with, like there's just this shared collective energy. Like all of it becomes a part of you. And I I think when I decided to do it again, some things in my life just started to happen, and I think it all happened for a reason. My former best friend and I stopped being friends 5 days before I left. Yeah, and it like I believe that happened for a reason. I could not carry her energy into the ceremony, and like you either kind of get that stuff or you don't. If you've experienced it, if you know what I'm talking about, you know. But like, yeah, it's just things start to happen in your life, and that it was very difficult for me. But I knew that it was happening for a reason, and I had to shed this energy before I went and did this magical thing. And yeah, so like that was super heavy for me. That's how I flew to the ceremony, and I had to shed that, and it like other things came up in the ceremony on the medicine that like kind of made it all make sense, but it was just like the direction my life is going in, like that energy wasn't a fit for me anymore. And it just all kind of starts to make sense once you're on the medicine. And yeah, some other things came up, and like as soon as I got home I immediately had some conversations I needed to have, and like it's been kind of incredible.
Right. Did you know that you were going on the retreat in August?
Yes, I think the end of August I decided.
Okay.
Why?
So, I just thought of something.
Okay.
So Jena and I had like an unintentional clearing phase in August. She had a dating situation abruptly end, and then exactly 1 week later I did too, abruptly, like super abruptly. And this was all like very unplanned.
Yeah.
And
especially.
then right, and then like it was like week by week after that, all through September, anything that was like really not meant to be in our lives, whether it was her or I, was literally taken away.
Yeah. That's true.
Opportunities, like there were projects like that I had been like working towards, friendships. It was like strange things like that I never saw coming, or she never saw coming. I wasn't planning on even talking about this, but it didn't really hit me until we started like going through this.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either.
But so I didn't remember if you had that planned or not.
Yeah. I know, because my friend had done it in August, and that's when she messaged me and was like, I just did it. It was amazing. You should definitely come. And so that was mid-August, and I was like, I'm coming. Like, count me in. I'm coming.
Okay. And then how our August went down.
Yeah.
And then how everything in September went down. Yeah. And it was literally like weeding people and things out.
Yes. And it was like weekly. It was quick. Yeah.
I almost felt like I was like losing everything and everyone. And I mean, I don't want to speak for you.
Me too.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to trust this. Like, something better is coming. Something better is being replaced. And then when she got back from this last retreat, she had this epiphany conversation with a family member that she never thought she was going to. Can I say this?
Yeah, that's fine.
She never thought she was going to get to have this conversation, and she like gave up hope. Like, okay, it's probably not going to happen. And then this week, I had this conversation with a family member that I needed to have this conversation with, and I tried to have the same conversation with when I was 21 and I got shot down. And then this week I was able to, and they received it and apologized, and it's like a whole new person. I don't know how else to explain it. So my point is, I'm just trusting this whole process. That's why I feel like I'm truly being called to do this now. I never pressed it. I could have, I had the money to go and do these retreats like so many different times in my life, but it just never felt right until now, until this moment. I'm literally having double foot surgery
Yes.
3 weeks
Yeah.
before I go on the ayahuasca trip.
Yeah. She literally called her doctor and said, hey, would I be cleared to travel 3 weeks after the surgery? And she got the green light. And when she got the green light, she said, I'm coming.
Yeah. I do want to preface that I am taking the BPC 157 peptide, and I'm going to be doing red light therapy 3 times a day. And I'm not going to be driving, so that's why I'm allowed to fly and do this. But yeah.
It's pretty amazing, right?
Yes.
It's a real thing. Like when you hear the call to come do it, when you decide you're going to go do it, like things start to happen in your life. And then you drink and you get on the medicine, and like it's this experience that you just cannot explain.
So, was it yesterday? When did we buy the flights?
Yesterday, yes.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
No, 2 days ago.
I thought it was yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. Yesterday.
Yeah.
So yesterday we bought the flights for the retreat.
Yeah.
And it's like as soon as we made our minds up that like, yeah, we're gonna go, all these great things started happening, like one thing after another for us mutually and like collectively together. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like 100% convinced that like we're making the right decision.
Yeah.
We're meant to go do this and close out the new year doing ayahuasca together.
Yeah, we'll be doing it this mid-December. Yeah, that's how we'll be. By the time we're going to get home, reintegrate, it'll almost be Christmas by then, and that's how we're going to close out the year. And like it's very normal to be nervous before this. Like this is a big thing you're doing, but I don't feel nervous. Like it is the most exciting, like beautiful thing I've ever been a part of. And like any time that until maybe the medicine tells me I shouldn't do it anymore, but anytime I have the opportunity to do this, I will forever be grateful and so excited. It's just I've never been a part of a more like just beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. And like the love I have received from these experiences, like it's just completely changed my life.
Yeah, and I can see that with you. Yeah. Like, I mean, I talked to you when you got back from Costa Rica in January, just a little bit, not too much, because, like, you don't want to pry and ask, like, too many questions, because it's a very personal experience. Yeah, it's deeply personal, yeah. Plus, like, we were never alone enough for me to even, like, ask you, like, well, how was it? What did you...
And, and I was more, like... closed off about it then. I didn't know if people would judge me, and I wasn't talking about it a ton. I'm talking about it very publicly now.
Right.
Like, I feel very different. But yeah, back then I didn't know what to say because I didn't know what people would think.
Well, you should tell, like, her Costa Rica experience is pretty cool, like, because it was completely different from Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, it was this beautiful, beautiful resort in Costa Rica. And it was, I mean, the price reflected this as well. It was, somewhat expensive, retreat. And we were there for, I think, 5 nights. We had a private chef there, and she made us these like vegan, gluten-free meals. And she was so excited. She would be like, I picked this papaya myself and made this juice. And it was nice. It was beautiful. We had these amazing spreads, and we would do like yoga during the day, and it was great. It was a great experience. And where we did the medicine, it was this outdoor place, and you could like walk over and be under the stars, and like we were in the jungle. It was just incredible. And what I just did in Colorado was extremely stripped down. It was just like some place like that's just kind of off the road somewhere, some kind of space, and you could go outside. It was nothing great. It was just very casual, very different, and yet it was like 8 times more intense. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it was, if it was just these shamans and how they do it. It was the medicine itself. This medicine was from Hawaii, where the Costa Rican medicine was from South America, and they were telling us the ayahuasca in Hawaii grows twice as fast, and I don't know, but I would choose this newest experience just because it was so much more intense. And like
the Hawaii grown.
Yeah,
Okay.
And we had a lot of one-on-one time with the shamans. But it just goes to show, like, it was so casual, but it was so amazing.
And you said with the Costa Rica experience, you had more visuals, right?
I did. So yeah, it was explained that there's black, red, yellow, and white different vines of ayahuasca, and I might be mixing it up, but I think like the black gives you the visuals. So it must have been black that we had in Costa Rica. I think this one must have been red in Colorado, because I didn't get any visuals in Colorado, but it was the most intensely emotional experience. And they were saying that like this vine is more emotional. And I was like going back into memories, which were very vivid, but I wasn't getting visuals like I did in Costa Rica. So truly every batch can be so different. And you don't know, like we don't know what we're going to get when we go in 7 weeks. We're going to find out.
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know. And they can mix it up. Like for like, you got to keep in mind, like you're drinking several times throughout the night. So I've already had 2 cups of ayahuasca, and for the 3rd dose, and you're out of it, you're heavily under this medicine. So for the 3rd cup, the shaman comes out and she's like, well, I thought we would try this more mature batch that I have in the back. And she just
like a special brew.
Special brew. She brought out this she's like, this has been aging for a while. So I was like, how much do you want? And I was like, I don't know, half a dose, like I have no idea.
How much do I deserve?
So you just kind of go for it. And then the 2nd night, she goes, I just felt that I should just mix all the batches together. She's like, I've never done it before, but I just mix them all together, and that's what we're going to have tonight. Okay.
So is it like a little visual, a little crying, a little puke? Like a little bit of everything?
It might be.
Oh my God.
But no, it was super intense but amazing and exactly what I needed. But like when I woke up in the morning, I was like, what just happened? What did I just go through? And you start sitting with it and everything, and you're like, wait, wow. And like I'll journal a lot, and you'll start to realize what you've learned, and you're like, oh my God, it's intense.
Yeah, I got a text from Jena when she was finally... I got a text from her when she got back to her phone each morning. But the second morning, I got a text from her, and it said, this was the most profound experience of my entire life. I'm like, wow, I can't wait to hear. But I never wanted to press her and say, like, okay, tell me everything. Because I knew, like, she had to be absolutely exhausted.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, this experience each night lasted 17 hours. We napped for like, I don't know, 3 hours of that or something. Yeah, you're exhausted by the end of it. You don't sleep much. The medicine kind of like wires you, but you're exhausted. And
are you hungry when you're done?
I'm hungry all the time. I was hungry.
Give me a roast.
I should have talked about that. You're supposed to follow this dieta. And so it's this special diet. And so leading up to it, for 2 weeks before, you're not supposed to have any marijuana. You're not supposed to do mushrooms. You're not supposed to have pork. You're not supposed to have alcohol. You're not supposed to have a lot of different things. Fried food.
That's what I don't know. But going back to Chelsea really quickly. Mm-hmm. She's a big pothead. So do you think that she didn't follow the weed rule?
I am also a big pothead, and I did not do any weed for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you were good about that.
And I did not do any weed for 2 weeks before this one either. I don't want to mess with that. You're not supposed to. And like that's another thing. Like it's up to you how this journey goes. Like, I'm going to follow the rules.
Yeah.
And like, but with food, I don't think it matters as much. Like, you're not supposed to have aged cheese and certain things. Like, I followed the rules completely on no alcohol, no marijuana. But I didn't have any pork, but otherwise I kind of ate what I know my body likes. I'm very in tune with my diet and everything. And people were laughing because me and my friend went and she had a burrito and I had a burrito bowl an hour before. People were like, wait, what is wrong?
City.
What is wrong with the two of you? But it was fine. You got to know your body.
Not sitting next to her, but you don't puke.
No, I don't puke. And I'm training a lot for doing a high rocks competition. So I've been eating a lot and training a lot. So my body's used to eating a certain, amount. But I was hungry. in Costa Rica, the day of our first time drinking, they were like, we're preparing a light soup. You're going to have it at 4 p.m. They barely fed us. We were hungry all the time.
Well, a vegan diet.
I know. And I just wanted meat the whole time. I'm like,
Give me a break.
They gave us a couple times like some chicken or something, but it was not enough. But yeah, my body needed more.
Yeah,
I didn't regret eating that burrito.
We're going to pack food.
Yeah.
Okay, because I definitely need my protein.
Yeah, as long as it's clean stuff. You just don't want to eat, like, you don't eat greasy fried food.
We don't eat that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. So you just don't want to be stupid about it. But, you should probably stop gummies, and, you probably shouldn't have mushrooms, but, just don't want it to mix. But
yeah,
you want your body to be, like, clean for it,
Right. Should I tell them about my dream?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I had a dream recently about our upcoming ayahuasca trip, and I'm a bit of a germaphobe, and I'm a little bit weird about my personal space with people that I am not familiar with. Obviously, I'm fine with Jena because she's my friend and I know her and trust her. So she told me about, like, the closeness of the little beds.
Yeah, you're inches from each other. You're
so
close.
I'm like, okay, she tells me that, and then the puke thing, I'm like, if I get a splash of the person next to me, that's gonna really, like, take me out of my buzz, and I'm gonna be like, I want a refund. So in my dream, I came up with this idea, and when we got to the retreat, I pulled out these goggles out of my bag, and I was like, Jena, look what I have for us. Now we're gonna be fine. So I'm like, we're gonna wear goggles while we're doing ayahuasca for protection.
I said to her, it's like Nickelodeon when they put on the goggles for getting slimed.
But, I mean, can you imagine what that experience would be like? Like, goggles on ayahuasca?
I'm very sensitive with puke. That, like, I would totally am the kind of person, if, like, someone's puking, it's gonna make me puke. You do not, like, you don't smell it or anything when you're in these ceremonies. I don't know what it is. It must be a different type of puking.
It might just be water, because they might just be, like, because you said it's like a tea, right? And then they're also drinking you're allowed water, right?
You're allowed water. I would explain it as if you've ever had prune juice and then mix that with Robitussin. That is what ayahuasca kind of tastes like.
Yummy.
It's not good. They give you, like, a palate cleanser afterwards, which was nice.
What's that taste like?
So they had this place. The first place I did it at did not. You just good luck. Go sit down. This place had 4 options, which was lovely. They had Tic Tacs, chocolate. What are they called? Chocolate chips, like crystallized ginger.
I think I would take the ginger for stomach.
I took the ginger.
Yeah.
There was a 4th, I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I took the ginger because I thought that'll calm your stomach. And I was hungry, and I was like, this is more to nibble on. This is so hungry.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone else is throwing up, and I'm, like, just thinking about food. But yeah, it doesn't taste great. You just kind of shoot it, like, it's like taking a shot.
Okay.
But it's not like that. It's not like, there's not, like, puke splashing. There's not, like, oh my god, it smells like throw up in here. It's not like that.
So that was my dream.
Yeah, well, bring your goggles. That's fine. You'll look really cool. Everyone has them. Don't worry about it. Everyone has goggles.
So Jena suggested that she'll put me on the end so that it'll be me and then Jena and no one next to me. And I'm like, yeah, we'll put the bougie bitch on the end.
Yeah. Well, if we get there early, we can pick our spot. We'll just put you right on the end. Yeah, but it's like everyone's super close. So, like, you do kind of want to pick who you're sitting next to. So I was next to my friend, and then the girl next to me was super cool, and that we felt comfortable. And, like, the second night, we were a little late because we were getting our burritos. And when we showed up, that girl was like, thank God you guys are here. I was getting nervous, like, because you just kind of feel bonded, like,
right.
But yeah, and you don't know what you're going to expect. I mean, Candice may see me crying in the corner, and she just has to let it go and go on her own journey,
Yeah.
I might be throwing up in the middle of the room. I might be, like, shaking and screaming. You don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you should tell them about the altar.
The altar. So, Yeah, so both ceremonies I've been to, they build a altar in the middle of the space. And this is totally different depending on whose ceremony it is and, the shamans. But this one I just went to in Colorado, it was beautiful. It was just like they had just things that were very important to them in this altar in the middle. They had all these rose petals. And it was just this, when they were done building it, it was just this kind of like this really gorgeous thing with candles everywhere. And so all the lights are off. It's you do this in the dark. You do it at night. You do it in the dark, and it's just like candlelight. And so once like we drank the medicine and it started, like that was the only glow really from the whole room, is the altar and the candles on it. And we were just kind of like throwing these like rose petals at the altar. And so like you can choose to sit up at the altar and like just kind of take it all in. And I'm not at all like a religious person. It's just this kind of beautiful spiritual practice, and it's like you're really just connecting to yourself throughout it. But yeah, that was something I did as a part of it. Like I sat at the altar, and it was just it's like, I don't know, for me it's like I want to go back there. I wish I could be in that moment right now. Like that's how much I love being a part of this. But at the same time it is so heavy and intense, it's
right.
But yeah, like that's what you leave with, just like. And that's what I found in January, which I never really had in my life before, is just like a love for yourself and knowing that like you don't need anybody else, you don't need anything else, you just need this love in your own heart. And that's really, somehow that's what I left with. And it's like, it's amazing that you can get that in such a short amount of time.
So if you struggled with self-love, self-acceptance, self-trust,
yeah,
and you didn't have that, and you didn't have unconditional love from one parent or both parents, this is a true way of healing that.
Yeah. My friend that I just did this with, she feels like it's kind of her purpose in life to like bring people to the medicine. She is so passionate about it. And I asked her, are you ever nervous that you're going to suggest this to somebody and they're going to go do it and they're going to have a bad experience? And she said no. She said no, because the medicine will always take care of you. And that's really how it is. Like the medicine it won't give you too much. It will bring up what you need to deal with, and it'll give you what you need. It's true every time.
Are we encouraged to bring anything for the altar? Because the way that you describe the altar, it sounds very like the Hispanic culture to me. The way that you describe how it's decorated. Have you ever seen?
No.
Because it reminds me of like how the Hispanic culture does it, like in their homes or for Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah. So this one I just was a part of. They just pick little pieces from different cultures because I don't want to say too much about them, but they're American. Right. So they were just like little pieces they put it together. It really was completely dependent on who the shamans are in the ceremony.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they didn't ask you guys to bring something from like a loved one.
I'm trying to remember now. I think they did say at the end, if you put anything on the altar, don't forget to take it with you. So some people might have put something, like, who knows, like a crystal or something that was important to them. I didn't. I might have missed that memo. I don't know. But I think they might have said that.
Okay.
Yeah, that first ceremony, I don't think they did that. But yeah, this one, like I said, was more casual. They might have.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure if you wanted to, they would have let you.
Interesting.
I wanted to take some rose petals home, but I forgot.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can do it.
Yeah, I'll do it in December.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Did we miss anything? Any other questions?
No. I mean,
we're gonna talk about it again in 2 months.
We are. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I'm not scared. I'm more looking forward to it. I feel like I went through a lot of different traumas in my life, and I went through a lot of healing. I spent a lot of money to go through a lot of healing too. And I do honestly feel like this is a nice way to close this year for me, but it's also an opening portal to a new beginning for me as well.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to do this with Jena.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for you to experience it. It's like something I'll never shut up about. Like, I'm so passionate about it. I don't know how many times I'll end up doing it in my life, but I'm going to just keep doing it every time there's an
We're
opportunity.
going to be old lady shamans in our 70s doing.
Yeah. I think it's so badass that you're doing it like right after surgery. Like, I'm so glad and happy you're doing it. It's going to be amazing.
The medicine's going to heal my feet.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be great.
And I'll talk to you guys about my feet too, that story.
And will she bring goggles or not? We will find out.
Let's see. You never know. I'm definitely bringing my hand sanitizer.
Okay, if that makes you feel better.
Maybe some Clorox wipes.
You can bring that.
Yeah.
Oh, I brought eye drops, which was super clutch because I wear contacts.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
So we'll bring eye drops, but like, because you go to sleep, you nap. So like, either you wear your glasses, which I don't like wearing my glasses, but I was just eye drops the whole time.
Yeah. I don't want to do the glasses.
Yeah. Bring some water, eye drops, your journal, your Clorox wipes.
Yeah. And we won't be like recording any of this. One, for respect for everyone else in the group.
There's no phones whatsoever.
And two, we want to have the full experience. So yeah. We won't be doing any recording, but we will talk about it afterwards.
You don't even feel like talking after it's over, like,
once we reintegrate, we'll talk about
days later. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting because the week after we return will be Christmas week.
We're trying to have Christmas Day.
Okay, kids.
Mom's still on ayahuasca a little bit, but, best of luck.
I'll have to have everything ready prior to that trip.
Yeah, you will.
Great. Oh, my God.
All right, well, I can't wait for part 2.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how Candice does. I think it's awesome that she's going.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Hey, I might be a little bit slow walking in, but I'm going to make the best of it.
Yeah. You just lay on a mat for 2 days, you'll be fine.
I can lay around.
Yeah. That's all you're doing.
Right.
You'll be going many places in your head, but you'll be laying there.
That's right. It's just like reading Rainbow.
That's exactly what it's like.
All right, guys. Well, stick with us, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.